20 years ago, when I had just started doing eyelash extensions, at that time, the lashes were synthetic. I wouldn't even say I had a problem with them because they were very attractive, bold lashes. In fact, they had a lot of hold and shape, but there were some issues. Actually, the process was such that we didn't have the ability to create different styles. The lashes were always in a fixed style and their size options were very limited. And because these lashes were applied with temporary glue, we couldn't, for example, if someone had weak natural lashes at the base, it was very difficult to create elaborate, editorial or doll-like looks for them. I remember around that time, I had an editorial project. I was applying lashes for that project, and in that work, a series of lash designs were created using those same temporary lashes. But the product limitations were so significant. I always had this idea in my mind that there should be a product with a wide variety of lash sizes. There should be many different styles, whether you want a curled look or a straight one, because there are different clients, different faces, different preferences, and in fact, they have different standard styles. Hidden lashes came out, and many different styles of lashes appeared, and I will definitely talk about each of them and show examples of all these styles. Because each style suits a particular lifestyle and, in fact, a specific situation. For example, some lashes like ours are very suitable for a makeup-heavy look, and some lashes like Russian volume lashes, as the name suggests, with Russian volume you can create the most delicate lashes, even ones that look completely natural, or go for very elaborate designs like Kylie wispy styles, musical looks, and any style you want. You can create them all with Russian volume lashes. What I did today was create a Russian volume base. I applied a lash line effect and then added some spikes on top, and these spikes for the first time actually started with a spike style where only spikes were used on their own. Later on, creative people, like the work done for Kim Kardashian, which became very popular, took it further. Generally, these two styles, Russian volume and spikes, were mixed together, resulting in some really attractive and unique designs. They became quite popular, and I personally love Russian volume because it gives you unlimited possibilities for design and creativity. Overall, Russian volume is related to the very first schools that started working on these techniques. Russian music and Russian spikes are two different styles. Actually, we have a style of eyelash extension called spike and another style called Russian volume. And later on, these two could be mixed together in designs, meaning the base. We used Russian volume as the base and then arranged different spikes on top of the work. So in fact, mixing these two methods created a new style that became very popular. Music, because I think Kim Kardashian was the first to use such styles in her work. Since 2010, Russian volume training, almost up to, well, some academies like Filch Academy, like Madare's. It started with academies like Olga, and the training became more widespread, meaning that at first we only had 2 sections. In the training, it was about how to make fans, how to place them, but later on, different design styles emerged: group design, squirrel, wispy, spike, alongside Russian volume, and they became very popular. Other styles that could create attractive designs. There are some designs that we can actually create ourselves with different methods, if I want to explain. We have several types of designs. There are more than 20 design models, whether those are the ones we create personally or the academic designs, which are about 10, then another 10, and so on. There are that many. I plan to create all the works separately and actually explain each one and its details thoroughly, and which faces, which styles they should choose. Choosing a more standard makeup and what is better for them on this page, that's my plan. I want to share all the professional information I have and all the experiences I've personally gained. I want to share them with you, and I hope you'll follow the page, subscribe, share, and comment any questions you have so that this can be a two-way interaction.